What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I want to go over the Steam Summer Sale 2022. In this one, I'll be covering all the new lows and games below the $5 price tag, which might help you decide which games you want to buy. This video will be divided into two segments. The first segment will be on new lows, which are games on a brand new all-time low price, which means that now's the best time to get these games. The second segment will be games under $5. I'll be posting another video tomorrow and I'll give you guys my recommendations from the summer sale. I would have included it in this video itself, but I want to keep this as short as possible, so I'll cover everything I missed in tomorrow's video. The timestamps of each segment will be in the description, so you can easily skip to the next segment if you don't find anything of interest. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. First of all, let's take a look at some games which are on their new lowest recorded price. So let's start off with Deathloop. It's a first-person shooter developed by Arkane Studios, the people behind the critically acclaimed Dishonored franchise. You play as Colt, an assassin stuck in a time loop who has been tasked to take out 8 targets called Visionaries across the island before midnight, as leaving even one alive will cause the time loop to reset and undo his work. The game is incredibly fun, and you should definitely check it out if you're someone who likes Dishonored games. You can get it for $23.99 at 60% off. Next up, we've got Ghostwire Tokyo, another game which is published by Bethesda. The player can use various psychic and paranormal abilities to defeat the ghosts and spirits haunting Tokyo. The game released back in March 2022, and you can get it for $29.99 at 50% off, which is quite surprising as the game is hardly 3 months old. Visually, the game looks gorgeous, but when it comes to gameplay and the open world, it feels repetitive and empty sometimes, but a discount of 50% is pretty good for a game like this, so check it out if you're interested. The Outer Worlds is a single-player first-person action RPG developed by Obsidian Entertainment, the people behind Fallout New Vegas and a lot of RPGs. And talking about Fallout, this game has a lot of similarities with the Fallout games. Although the setting is on a different planet in the future, the art style is also really good, and the world in general looks amazing. It's currently available for $17.99 at 70% off. Definitely check this out if you're into RPGs. Next up, we have Hitman 3 on a new low price. It's a stealth-based third-person shooter, and it continues Agent 47's journey after the events of Hitman 2. You can choose any approach to complete your objective. Although Hitman games are supposed to be played with stealth as the primary approach, it's not the case with this game or any other Hitman game since the 2016 reboot, which makes this game suitable for a wide audience. You can get it for $23.99 at 60% off. Devil May Cry 5 is a hack-and-slash action-adventure game developed by Capcom. The game takes place 5 years after the events of Devil May Cry 4, and honestly, you will still enjoy this game if you have never played the 4 mainline entries to the franchise before this, but I would still recommend them if you want to understand the story better. The game is well optimized, and has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, which says a lot because the game is fairly new. And overwhelmingly positive reviews on a new game is a big deal nowadays. You can pick this up for $9.89 at 67% off. A Plague Tale: Innocence is an action-adventure stealth game developed by Asobo Studio. It was released back in 2019 and it blew everyone away, because it was actually pretty good. It's set in 14th century France, and focuses on the plight of Amicia and her ill brother Hugo as they flee from soldiers of the French Inquisition, and from hordes of rats that are spreading the Black Plague. Stealth plays an important role in the game, however it's not very fleshed out, and is very basic. The story is really good, and I cannot say anything about its plot without spoiling it, so I would recommend you guys to check it out. It was given away for free on Epic Games Store as well, but if you didn't manage to get it, now's your chance. You can get it for $7.99 at 80% off. The sequel to this game will be releasing on the 18th of October, and I think you guys should try out the first part if you haven't already. So that's it for this segment. Now let's take a look at some games below the $5 price tag, as some of you might have a lower budget this year, so let's make sure you guys don't miss out on this sale. First game on the list is Batman Arkham Asylum, or pretty much any Batman game from the Arkham series. All of them are equally good in my opinion, and their graphics and gameplay still hold up. Now if you're in USA, these should be the prices of the games in the Arkham collection. So if your budget is below $5, you can choose pretty much any game from these 3 and Arkham Origins. But if you can, get this collection for $8.99. You won't regret it. However, if you're in India and are interested in either of these games, you're in luck, because the price of this bundle is kind of broken. Batman Arkham Knight is 379 rupees in India, but if you get the Arkham collection instead, you can get it for 202 rupees. And you get all 3 games, plus the season pass for Batman Arkham Knight. I would highly recommend this collection if you're on a low budget. Next up, we have Mad Max, another good game for a low budget. It's an open world game and the combat is very satisfying. Highly underrated game, and you should definitely check this out if you like open world action adventure games in general. You can get it for $4.99 at 75% off. After that, we have The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. It's a prequel to The Witcher 3, and is also an underrated game when compared to its successor, because I haven't seen many people talk about this game ever since The Witcher 3 released. You can get it for $2.99 in the US, but if you're in India, I would recommend the Witcher Trilogy bundle, which is available for less than $5 thanks to the regional pricing. Next up, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition. Tons of content and hours of gameplay. Combat is satisfying and its gameplay and Parker is reminiscent of the older Assassin's Creed games. It's a great deal for $4.99, so check this out if you're interested. Next, we have Dishonored. It's a first-person action-adventure game developed by Arcane and published by Bethesda. It has some stealth aspects, but they're mostly optional. However, if you choose to play stealthy, your objective will be easier to reach, and it makes the game quite difficult if you choose not to stay stealthy. The story is really good, and the various abilities in this game are also very handy when in a difficult situation. The game has a definitive edition on Steam and you can get it for $3.99, which is only $2 more than the original version. I would recommend the definitive edition because it looks better, and also has 4 additional DLCs. Next up, we have another game from the stealth genre, Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain, the latest game in the Metal Gear franchise. If you enjoy stealth games in general, then you'll love this game. But keep in mind that if you're looking for a story at the level of Metal Gear games, then I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. The game has a lot of content, and there are a lot of interesting side missions aside from the 45-hour-long main story. I would recommend the definitive experience. It includes Ground Zeroes, which is a good introduction to the series if you have never played the Metal Gear games. The rest is just cosmetics. The base game is available for $4.99 at 75% off. Sniper Elite 3 is a third-person shooter set in North Africa during World War II. This game is fairly old now, but is not a bad game by any means. If you're looking for satisfying gameplay, I would definitely recommend this. But if you're looking for something newer and something with better physics, go for Sniper Elite 4, you can get it for $5.99. But if you would rather stick to Sniper Elite 3, you can get it for $4.49. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is an open-world action-adventure game. This game is known for its attention to detail and brutal hand-to-hand combat. This is once again a highly underrated game. You can get it for just $2.99 at 85% off. I would highly recommend it. A good story, satisfying combat, and an open world. Sleeping Dogs has got you covered. Definitely give this game a try if you're a fan of Grand Theft Auto or story-rich games like the Yakuza series. Next up, we've got Rise Son of Rome. It's an 8-year-old game, but in terms of graphics and gameplay, it still holds up pretty good. The story isn't anything over the top, and you can easily complete this game in less than 6 hours even on highest difficulty. The combat is extremely satisfying, but it gets a bit repetitive after a while. But for a price tag of $2.49, I would definitely recommend it. And last but definitely not the least, we have Doom 2016. Pretty sure it needs no introduction. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so that says a lot. Gameplay is fast-paced and brutal, and the game is well optimized for low-end PCs, so you can play it on older PCs too. You can get it for $4.99 at 75% off. And that's it for this video. There are a lot of good deals on the Steam Summer Sale, and it's not possible for me to cover each and every one of them in a single video, so let me know some of your recommendations in the comments down below. Hope this video helped you make up your mind. As mentioned before, I'll be posting another video tomorrow, and we'll cover my recommendations from the sale. If this video was useful, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on, if you don't want to miss out on anything new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.